Changed rear end. Car does good. Now I got to pull transmission out again. Yeah. Throttle bearing went out. Love it. So, going to change the clutch, everything. Everything's getting replaced. I'm tired of dealing with it. If it fails this time, as I hate to say it, I'm gonna be looking for an automatic transmission. I'm over trying to make this run. So, I really don't want to put automatic in it, but I just can't. I can't keep pulling the transmission out every couple weeks, put a damn bearing in it. So we're going to change clutch, pilot bearing, throttle bearing, everything. I'm going to do some measuring, make sure we got everything is the way it's supposed to be. I kind of believing now the bearing I've been putting in it's a little too tall, so it's constantly engaged with the fingers on the clutch, on the pressure plate. So I'm gonna get it all pulled apart and see what we got going on. So let me get it jacked up and get started. I'm excited. Can you tell? Here we go. Here I go again on my own, doing the only thing I've ever known, pulling transmissions out every 2 weeks. I love it. If I can need to jack up on it some more, but it should be loose. Let me jack up on it some more. I'll try to wrap this up with something to keep the fluid somewhat at bay. Somewhat. Don't you go away from me, bag. Come here, bag. Come here, bag. I ain't doing this again. I ain't doing that again. All that damn fluid going every damn where. Fuck all that. All right. Get on out of there. Get on that thing. Undo the linkage, and then she's basically ready to come out. Yeah, we'll play around here. How did I do that? Yeah, you're probably wondering why I'm not doing this at the shop. Because I don't want to be stranded there. So if I have to go somewhere, I have a car here to go get something. So that's why. Plus, just felt like being at home. Come on out of there. Cotter pen. Come on out, thing. We want you out of there. We want you out of there. There you go. All right. All right, there that is. That's loose. Undo this. I was talking to a whole hot rodder yesterday on the phone. And he's asking me if I had an aluminum bell housing. I said yes. And so he's telling me to cut a hole in the bottom of the bell housing. So I'm probably going to do that because I really don't like this bell housing anyway. And all the other bell housings I got won't work. So, yeah. So, there's that. So, I'm going to go ahead and start pulling the bolts to pull the transmission out. Right? It's pretty much ready. I just got to pull the bolts, pull it out, take it all apart, and then put it back together and hope for the best. All right, transmission's out the way. Clutch don't really look bad. Fingers look fine, really, but I got a new clutch, so we're gonna go ahead and replace it. I ain't playing around. I'm tired of guessing, tired of pulling the transmission out. So we're gonna put all new parts in it and hope for the best. So all right, come on down. Oh. Get my phone out, look at that. Come on now. Oh yeah, that pilot bearing is gone. All right, pilot bearing's toast. Good thing I got a new one. That sucks. I mean, this thing ain't even hardly got any miles on it. I'm gonna save it. It's still good. So now I gotta get the pilot bearing out. That's gonna be fun. And then we start going together with this thing. All right, time to eat a sandwich. Not really. We'll fill this pallet bearing up with this bread. Hopefully it comes out of the back of the crank. I hope. 'Cause this thing's pretty screwed up. So fill it all the way up with bread. Boy, that thing got exhaust on that thing. Alright, I think that's it. I made this punch. So we'll try to tap on it and see if it knocks it out. Hopefully it does. Try it one more again. May have to fill it with grease, I don't know. It's supposed to create like a hydraulic pressure to knock the bearing out of the back of the crank. This is just wonderful. It's coming. It's coming. Just gotta keep feeding it bread. It likes bread. I like bread too. I'm fat. And I cut this off of a 4-way. It was a perfect size. All right, there she is. Throwout bearing, or the pilot bearing, is out. It is destroyed. Bearings are just coming out of it. So, yeah, it's junk. That's part of it right there. Yeah. All right. So now I get to clean the bread out the back of the crank. You got to get some brake clean everything really good. Anybody want to eat that? Yeah. Make sure we're good and clean. Give me half my rag. I may have to run to the store and get some brake clean. I didn't get none last night because I'm an idiot. So, all right, do that. I need to get something else. I know there's something else I need. So, all right, let's get after that. So here's what we got going on. Transmission's out. And I have another bell housing. This bell housing that I've been using, I took the front snout cover, bearing cover off the front because it was leaking from there. It was very poorly RTV'd. So I went ahead and redid that. So I'm gonna let that set up and dry before I go trying to mess with this thing. Other issue I do have that I think is a major factor in my problem is I'm an idiot. Trying to make shit work and don't have the right stuff, just trying to mosh posh everything together. It's a huge factor in what I got going on. So when I built this car, I didn't have, it was a 6-cylinder. It had a 4-speed in it, but it was a 6-cylinder bell housing, 6-cylinder. Early 6-cylinder bell housings are totally different from the triangle style bell pattern that we got. So I'm a fool for scratch and dent at Summit. I'm a fool for swap meets. I got this swap meet, I think it was Daytona swap meet. The center hole where the transmission goes in is bigger. This is for a bigger input shaft style transmission, more for like a truck. This is probably late 70s bell housing. Found this one at Summit, but this is set up for hydraulic throwout bearing or hydraulic slave cylinder. It's also got the same size hole, but it is 455 to 57 Chevy. Don't make any sense. But this part of the transmission is small. So Muntze's and like car transmissions had the small bearing retainer cover thingy mabobber. So it's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway in that hole. So they make a ring adapter for these bell housings. And I was just at Summit last night, but I gotta go back. So This is going to end up being an all-day deal. I was kind of hoping I'd be slamming this thing back together right now, but I'm tired of pulling this thing out, and I want to do it as right as I can. But it's a good thing I'm figuring out what I need. So this ought to be the last time it comes out until something else goes in, because the ultimate goal would be to put like a Tremec 5-speed in it, or 6-speed. So that would be the ultimate goal, and by then I'd have another motor and all that good stuff. Right now we're just trying to have fun. So this is the parts I've had, this is the parts I'm trying to make work. So talking to guys on the phone, talking to older hot rodders, and have been super helpful. It just sucks because a lot of this old stuff just ain't around hardly no more, and then when you do find it, you gotta drive 4 hours away to get it, and then you gotta pay out the nose for it. So trying to make what I got work. Luckily they do make adapters, so this ain't the first time somebody's done this. So I'm gonna go to Summit, get this adapter, try to be not spend too much money. But I just want this to be as right as it can be. It'll give this time to set up and dry. And I'm gonna polish this thing to throw out bearing rides on. That's my neighbor revving up his race car. He does the 24-hour lemons. But yeah, I just want to do this the right way, as right as I can, and we'll go from there. So let's go to Summit. All right, 6 more miles till Summit, and get the part we need. Go look at the scratch and dent too. I got a scratch and dent. I'm a scratch and dent kind of guy. So, and my rider dies with me. You don't want to be on the camera? All right. All that for that little ring. There's an 18 man over there.
Okay, you didn't have to zoom in on.
All right, so go back home, fight the traffic at McDonough, get out of here, and put this thing together. Hopefully it doesn't grenade itself again. I'm tired of pulling transmissions, even though it's easy, but it's still aggravating. So
Basically for the 4th time.
yeah. All right. Okay. This will go inside there. Feels like it's pretty tight fit, so that's a good thing. So this slides on there pretty tight. So I guess I'm going to get a little hammer and tap it on there. Okay, tap this on. All right. That's that. I'll go grab the clutch, new clutch. I need to clean the bell housing up again because, like I said, it was leaking, so I gotta clean this out again. And put it all back together. And I'll polish this shaft out. Grease everything up, put it together, and try to slide it back in the car. Okay. Transmission's all together. And now I'm about to manhandle it back in the car. Yippee. This is a point where I'm trying to crank the car up and test drive it, and then realize that it won't go in gear while it's running. So I'm pretty disgusted at this point, and I get really ticked off. I jacked the car up and tried to adjust it a couple times, but nothing changed. So I kind of give up after this and start again the next day. Yeah. Car's back together and it won't go in gear. So I got to pull the transmission back out. Yay. This has been a battle, but it's part of it. Some reason it won't go in gear. It's like the input shaft won't stop for you to get it in gear. So that tells me that the input shaft is locked on the new pilot bearing. Cool. So we got to pull it all back down, figure out what's going on with the pilot bearing. It's brand new. My fault is I didn't test fit it on the input shaft. I should have, but just being ignorant and didn't do it. Now I got to pull it back out. Always test fit everything. So yeah, let me go ahead and get jacked up and get this thing up on the race ramps. That's a job in itself. And start ripping this thing back out again. It's lovely. Love it. Okay.
My hair.
Okay, my buddy Derek come over, helped me get this thing tore apart. We noticed, we were checking the transmission, make sure the input shaft wasn't bent. We checked the pilot bearing. Pilot bearing looks good. I was contemplating on pulling it out, just putting a new one in. And then we noticed shininess on the flywheel bolts. So, brand new clutch disc. Noticed noticed the shininess on the spring. Well,
Ultra zoom.
here's the old disc, which there's nothing wrong with it, but it's made totally different. One's really shallow and one's kind of offset, so they look identical on the top side almost. This one's probably a little bit higher up.
Yep.
So what the crap? That's supposed to be a zoom clutch. This is supposed to be, all right, this is supposed to be a McLeod clutch. What does that say? Luck.
Good luck.
Yeah. So it's really a luck clutch. So how in the world you spend the money for a damn McLeod clutch and you end up getting freaking luck? Which look, I ain't had no bad luck out of a luck clutch other than what I'm having right now. But that's just because of stupidity. So yeah. I had a luck clutch in the Toyota. I put a luck clutch in some other vehicles and they did good. Like, I wasn't having a problem out of this part of the whole transmission. It was shifting is what I'm having a problem with, is the actual bearing itself.
Well, when that thing doesn't,
When that ain't gonna stop your with the from the flywheel, then you got a problem. So that's totally different. But I guess we can use the I guess we need to compare the pressure plates, make sure the pressure plates
we're
are the
here
same.
now, so we might as well.
We're going to check the pressure plates, make sure they're okay and they're same, or if there's any difference, we may have to put the old pressure plate back on. So basically, I spent $100 and almost $200 for a throwout bearing and a pilot bearing. So awesome. So let me get the old one. Okay, well, I did a terrible job at videoing a lot yesterday. I was just kind of over it, and we ended up making another run to Summit, taking that clutch back, and I at least got store credit for it. So, you know, there's always going to be something else they're going to need. But car's driving, doing good. That throwout bearing's a little bit weird because it's a shorter bearing, but it didn't really fit the clutch for it very well, but it's working. I mean, it ain't causing no issues, so it shifts smoothly. I don't know. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. I know pulling the transmission out is always something fun to watch, but it's just something that had to be done. Now I'm on the way to the shop to try to get another video going. I do not have a plan. I'm just going to do something. Still waiting on parts. And still got to get some supplies. We'll try to make something happen today. So at least get half a day of work in. And then go home and start editing videos. It's a full-time job. A full-time job. So running good. Rear end makes a huge difference. Damn near run 50 mile an hour in third gear. So, like I said, hope y'all enjoyed it. We got a lot more stuff coming up. So tell your bud, subscribe, hit that notification button, and we will catch y'all on the next one.